Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Grant, Sandy Shores Grill Doors. Hey, look at this, look at this, look at this. Got the old Argo going. The old Argo. Right? Yeah. I'm going to show you a neat little tip. Oops, don't cover the lens, ding dong. I'm going to show you a neat little tip for putting tracks on. Putting tracks on. Let me just turn you around here. Turn around. Hey, turn. Grab your chair, spin. Grab your... Look at this. Look at this. That's an old schooler. That's an old schooler. Right? Orange. That's an old schooler, boys. And I figured out how to put tracks on them. And these were 18-inch wide. I cut the inside paddles off, right? I cut the inside paddles off. Flush. She just misses. Right? I took the exhaust off of there, moved it up here. Right? Salad. Salad. I like it. Right? I said, "Oh, put your tracks on when you're down on the decks." Nah, you don't have to. Don't have to. Right? The way I do it, get yourself some deck bolts. Deck bolts, like those, deck clevises. Put one there, right? Being there, I got the side cut off. I laid it on its side, like drill a hole through here, up through here, right? Right, you see that? So there's two there, two here, just like this. All right, put your ratchet strap. Take it out of the jungle, the finger biter. Put it on the back one first. Lace it down through here. Come back through here, and then put it back through your winder. And then throw your winder hook on here. Ratchet it up. Let all your air out of your tires. Right? You can set it down for that. But take another strap. Just put it around your back tire. Give her a good squoze. And the indent is right there. That's where I put it in. Right here. Undo the Allen screw. Take a pair of vice grips, whatever, like this. Just weasel, weasel, weasel. Give her a couple taps with a hammer. And then let your finger biter off. Whoops. Okay, now that can go round again. Okay, this guy can go round again. Okay, this guy can go off. This guy can come right off. Okay. Take the strap right out. Come on, don't hook. Sorry. Don't hook. Come on. I got a bad spot. One end. Okay. There. Oh, this only took me 25 minutes. Take that off. Pull that through. Like when you got to do it and do a video, I apologize that I don't have it set up like that. Give it a turn. Undo your tracks right here. Undo your track right here. Pull out your old squeezer. There you go, friends. Take out your deck clevises. Like you can get these at Dollar General, whatever. I think I paid $9, $10 for 4 of them. That's all you need. A couple 5/16 or a 5/16 bolt in here. They're flat, right? When you get them, they're flat like this. You got your buddy a vise, or if you got a vise, right? Like they're like that. You get yourself a lining punch, and a broad chisel. Put it in your vise. Squeeze it in. Close it around the ring. Put the center punch through the holes. Give her a good squeeze. drill it out to 5/16. You get a rig that looks like that, just like that. I can take a wrench. Well, this guy's loose. Look at that, finger tight. And these are convenient because you get in the bush, you break a track pin, take these with you. Right? Take them with you. It didn't even hurt your track. You still have holes for cleats. Know what I'm saying? Just fine. I say it works just fine. Get yourself a good husky set. These things are ancient. It's like you want to get yourself a nice pair. Like these are only 1-inch loops, but they'll work. And turn this guy back a bit. This one I think I put on 2 wrenches. Oh, maybe not. You might have to tip tap these out. Come on, gimme. Where'd he go? Oops, sorry, not watching what I'm doing here. Apologize, I've been sniffling most of the day here. Nothing like being broken down in the bush. When Buddy is prepared to fix something, you are the savior. You know what I'm saying? She's down. You are the savior. You bring all the tools, right? Bring the trailer. Now I've got people that want to see this thing. How we made it. I cut it off. See what? I cut it off at the base of the handles, right? And then heated it up down here. There's an old Argo back, right? An old Argo truck, body. They're ran. Like here's the old Argo right here. Ouch. Slipping in the slush. Holy mackerel, it's wet. Right? I cut it right there, right at the you can see, well, cut as far as you want. I cut it off just under the handles pretty well. And then right down here is where the fuel tank, where the fuel cap goes in, right there. I cut it off just behind it, right? And I took some of the plastic from the body there, molded it in, filled up the gas tank, hole. I think it was right here, something like that. Heated it up, put speed screws in, pull it into place, heat it with torch, bend it into place. Seems this. This is the old. This is part of the old back foot. The floor pan, right? Cut the corners off. And when that was soft, I cut it off to about here. Okay? Cut it off to about here. And folded it down and pushed it back up underneath. Okay? Sorry, I got upside down. Okay. And I put a bar. It's an old ice chisel. I put an ice chisel across there. Hooked it right up to the winch with a chain, okay? So it pulls on here as a drawbar. So you're not just pulling on the body. You're pulling on that old ice chisel I had there. And it goes right back to the winch, okay? It goes right back to the winch. That baby is tough. I put this one on there, same thing. Right? I'm going to put my winch in there. Right, when I put my winch in there, I can pull out this and this at the same time. Right, my 8,000, something like that. But I only put one tire out. And it's just simple. I just folded that front and put it up underneath. And then I put a 2x4 or 2x6 in there, I think it was. 2x4 in the corners, just so you can hold your bolts. Just ran speedy screws in there. And just bing, bang, boom, she's light as ever. You don't even know it's behind this boy. And I filled this and that with bottles in one day. One weekend. But I just realized where the dickens did I have that? Bummer. I gotta look for this. It was down here. That Allen screw on there wasn't the best. I should change it. I got more. But she's ready to roll off. Oh, I got right in the back of my arm here, back of my muscle, and I pulled it a little bit. Kind of bugger by herself, but she goes. Now I go through the snow like big time. And she's ready to roll. She's got 16 horse Tecumseh in her. And you hit her, she's there every time. She's not gonna complain. I took the tank out from under the seat, the fuel tank, cut the top off it. Okay, cut the top off it, because those things are a pain in the frickin' fanny. All they do is they hold gas for too long, and then you never use it up, and then you've got a shellac on the bottom of that damn tank, and you just can't get rid of it. So I took a tank off an old power plant, something that sits under my bar, under my deck here, okay? And this was a piece of old shopping cart that we found in the dump years ago. And Dad and I made a stand for working on the truck. And pull it up beside the wheel or something like this. You can lean over the fenders and whatever. But worked great. And things sat there. I'm going to use that for deck. Look at this. And I can pull the pin on the inside. This will come up and out. Right? No problem. You can stand on here. You can lay a deer on there. I can put my spare tires up in here. Bolt it down. Right? Bolt it down on here. And I took the exhaust off. You can see I put speedy screws in there, okay? And I got some stuff from a neighbor here. It's a silicone, and it's freaking hard as a car tire. It's harder than this, right? This is just white silicone, but man alive, it tuned that right in. So now I just got to I'm going to run about 4.5 pounds pressure in each tire. And then good to go. That'll pick her up, tighten her, snug her right up. And use your discretion on your own tires. But it'll work. Okay, I thought you'd like to see that. Worked fine, eh? Pretty quick. The orange paint, I rebuilt these trucks. There's new pins. I made new pins out of them. 16-foot, 1/4-inch pins. Cut them off to the width I needed. And the old ones there, I still got the old ones in the toolbox. And there's a mitt full of them buggers. But I got new Allen screws. And the old ones in here, right? You have to take them off. You can see the Allen screw in the bottom there, right there. Whoops, too close. You see, they get too ugly looking. You can't get them out. Take a zip cut on a grinder. Right, zip cut, cut it. Just enough to get the crap out of there, like the threading. And then pull your pin. And then just tack weld it back up. Take a piece of old screw or something, tack weld it up, and then turn it over, drill it out, retap it. You don't need to buy the center locks. And away you go. It took us a weekend, but they're ready to rock. Like this, all brand new. Come on, let's see it. All brand new. Anyway, I'm going to put my tools away, air them up. I just got a 5/16 drill bit. Put them in. 4 of those deck mounts. a few good ratchet straps, and away you go. Your tracks are on. Don't forget to let your hair out. You don't need to lay it flat, but if you got cold tracks, right, they won't flex as good. So if you do it a warm day or inside, whatever, I guess, it's much better. But I pull these off the lawn. They were upside down. Leave them this way down. When you go to drag them, you're not dragging the whole track, right, when you're doing it by hand. These things, they work like a little slinky. Just you walk right away with them. But, okay, friends. That's about 15 or so. So we have yourself a happy. You don't turn the trails and see what you can do. And thanks for watching. Sandy Shores and Great Outdoors. We'll see you on the trails. And if you see this little boy, stop me, catch me. Come take a look. We'll go for a rip or something like that. Maybe I'll catch you out in the ice. Bye for now.